Today we're here to learn and activate one of the most important common modal verbs, should and ought to. Well, two of them. So we talked about modal verbs and how modal verbs are there to add a certain meaning to the sentence and to the main verb. There are helping verbs that come in the sentence with the main verb to add some kind of meaning and concept to the main verb and to that sentence. Different concepts and meanings like permission, obligation, possibility, or ability. We have so far covered some of the most important modal verbs like can and could, which add the meaning of ability and having the power of doing something to the sentence and to the main verb. We've covered that completely. We've covered and tried to activate these modal verbs. In today's video, we're going to focus on another very important modal verb, should and ought to. So should and ought to, like other modal verbs, they add some meaning to our sentence and to our main verb. They come as the helping verbs and they add extra meaning and concept to our sentence and to our main verb. Modal verbs, generally modal verbs help us talk about ability, possibility, permission, request, obligation. Let's see and activate this grammar together. Well, should and ought to, both of them add this meaning of it's a good idea. It's a good idea, or they give advice or recommendation. For example, you should do this. It's a good idea. Advice, it's a good idea. Or it's the right thing to do. You should take her to school every single day. You should help her with her studies. Recommendation. You should come here. You should visit us sometimes. You should come here. You should drink your tea. It's really good. You should try that. It's wonderful. You should try that pizza. It's great. Great is really delicious. Recommendation, advice. It's good. It's a good idea to do that. It's the right thing to do that. Both of them should and ought to have this meaning. But should is a lot more common than ought to, and ought to is really formal and it is less common. Firstly, let's talk about should, usage, meaning, and how it is and how it works. We use should in two situations. We give advice. It's a good thing to do that. You should do this. Expectation or probability. She should be home by now. Advice and suggestions, like telling someone that it's a good thing to do this. Or it's a sensible, it's a logical, it's a good thing to do this. So you should do this because I think, or it's recommendation, advice. So that's why we use it in recommendation and advice. You should drink more water every day. It's a suggestion. You should, it's a good idea to do that. You should drink more water every day. Advice. It's a good idea. It's the right thing to do. It's advice. It's good for your health. You should exercise more. You should train more. You should practice more. You should work harder. Advice. It's good for you. It's the right thing to do. We should leave early to avoid traffic. It's the better thing to do that we leave early to avoid traffic. We should go. We should get going before it gets too late. Or expectation or probability, like he should be home by now. He should be home by now. It is probable, it is possible, and it is likely and expected that he be home by now. For example, he left here 1 hour ago, so he should be at home right now. For example, you studied really hard. You should do great. You should do great. It is expected from you and it is probable. Now let's talk about ought to. Well, ought to is the same thing. As I said, it's less common and very formal. So we use ought to for advice and a strong suggestion. You ought to go to school. You ought to go to school. It's a very strong suggestion. You ought to go to school. Very formal and it's not really that common. And it has a sense of morality and duty with that. Like it is the right thing to do. You ought to go to school. Very formal, right? Let's read the examples. You ought to call your parents more often. It's a good thing to do. It's a strong suggestion that you should do this. Reasonable and sensible thing to do. It's a good idea. You ought to see your parents. Strong suggestion. You ought to see your parents and call your parents more often. they ought to apologize for what they did. It's a suggestion, but it is so strong and it has idea of morality and fair. Like, it is fair that he does that. It has this morality. It would be fair and responsible that he apologize. He ought to apologize for his mistakes. He ought to help people who need it. Again, it's a good thing. Again, it's a good thing to do. It has morality in it. Like, it would be the good thing, fair thing, good thing, and sensible thing to do. It's a suggestion, strong suggestion that we ought to help people who need it. So we use should in everyday advice. You should go to school. You should wash your hands. You should do this. You should do that. You should turn that on. They should apologize for their mistakes. You should stay with me. They should go home. They should be home by now. Everyday advice, expectations, and suggestions. Ought to, stronger, more formal. And it has some morality. It's like it is stronger, has stronger message. It is fair to do this. It is really good to do this. It is more sensible to do this. So you ought to respect your parents. So it is fair and sensible to respect your parents. It's a strong suggestion. So thank you so much, everyone, for watching. If you want structure and consistent lessons like this one, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much. Bye.